Aljamain Sterling and TJ Dillashaw just got announced for UFC 279 via the MMA Junkie. Absolutely insane news right here. As a lot of people were saying, the paper champion Aljamain Sterling went out there, proved a lot of people wrong with his back taking, his rear naked choke submission attempts, and all that sort of stuff, winning against Petr Yan by a split decision. And now, after this crazy win streak, beating Brett Johns, Cody Stamann, Jimmy Rivera, Pedro Munoz, Corey Sandhagen, then Petr Yan twice. Now, he's going to be fighting one of the greatest bantamweights of all time in TJ Dillashaw, who only has lost to title challengers and champions and things like that, except for maybe Rafael Assunção. But look at the guys: Dominic Cruz, Henry Cejudo, Rafael Assunção, and John Dodson. Other than that, beat Renan Barão twice, Rafael Assunção right there, John Lineker, Garbrandt twice, and then just recently beat Corey Sandhagen. Now, for the prediction, we know it's going to be 5 rounds. Obviously, it's going to be a title fight, but there are some advantages we have to go over, because right now Aljamain Sterling is 4 years younger. He's more into the prime of his MMA career, and if it is actually believable, he's actually the more experienced MMA fighter. Not to mention, he's got the better jiu-jitsu. He's got, I would say, the better kicking game as well. And TJ, yes, he does have the better boxing. He might have a little bit more power in his hands. Sometimes he can get a little bit reckless with that power, which could lead him to get taken down, like he did against Corey Sandhagen not that long ago. That was his last fight, and the fight did hit the floor, and Sandhagen really roughed up the legs of TJ Dillashaw in that fight. And that's the reason I'm going to be leaning towards Aljamain Sterling to win the fight. I think it's a super close one, because if TJ can find a way to fend off the takedowns, fend off the jiu-jitsu, the grappling, and the back takes, like Aljamain was able to do against Petr Yan, yeah, for sure TJ Dillashaw could go out there and win the fight by a decision, maybe even knock out Aljamain Sterling in the fight, but I can't see it happening. I think Aljamain is going to kind of do the same strategy he did with his last fight, and keep the fight at range, have TJ Dillashaw come towards him. He's going to land those leg kicks and body kicks, the thigh kicks and things like that as range, because he is going to be 5'7" inches tall, and he's going to have a good reach advantage as well. He's going to use that in this fight to have TJ close that distance. As he does, it's going to set up a lot of takedown attempts, or if he's not even able to land the takedowns, those takedowns will set up the strikes as well. So I think it's a very close one. I think 2 rounds go TJ Dillashaw, just landing the harder shots and landing a little bit more volume on the feet. The other rounds are going to go Aljamain Sterling for staying at range, mixing in the takedowns and the grappling and wrestling. It's a very close one. I don't expect this one to be like a fight of the night by any means for UFC 279, but it's a good fight nonetheless. I got Aljamain Sterling winning this fight by a unanimous decision.